Do you need a college advisor? The answer almost definitely is yes. And let me explain why. The college advisors that are given in school, right, that are essentially free of charge, are usually in charge of 1,000 students applying to college. They cannot read through every single essay, meet with every single student, and go through every single supplemental essay, resume, website, and put everything together and make it shine. It's impossible. One or two people or even 10 people is not enough for 1,000 kids. Realistically, a college advisor should have a maximum of 50, 60 students, no more. If you do the math, it's almost impossible. That's why I highly recommend for most families to hire some form of college advising services. And that comes in a lot of different ways. Some students need something significantly more impactful. Other students need something significantly less. But regardless of the situation, you have too many moving pieces throughout the college process. You have the essay, you have supplemental essays, you have the applications, you have planning school trips, you have a website, you have a resume, you have letters of interest, you have letters of continued interest, you have the decision between regular decision, regular rolling decision, early action, early decision, and I could keep going forever. The fact of the matter is that there's too much to think about and too many things to research. So I highly recommend everybody to find a college advisor, at least do some type of consultation or put them in for a consultation type service, because otherwise you're gonna get lost. At Infinite Academics, we have three major categories of services. The first category of service is what we refer to as the 5-star package, which basically includes the common application essay, which is your main personal statement essay that you have to send out to virtually every single school. It is 650 words and basically your entire life story. It's one of the most important aspects of the application process, and we spend the most amount of time on that because that can literally count for up to 40% of the entire application. Then comes the extracurricular activities, the edits, and the entire application as a whole. Throughout that process, what we're going to do is we're going to sit down with you individually and cater the actual application, making sure every question and every answer is answered perfectly, that is geared towards your particular portfolio. That includes your major, that includes your specialties, that includes whatever decisions that you particularly need to take out. All the little things and every word in the extracurricular section and the actual application has to be perfect, especially when it comes to the supplemental questions. Then the reason why this package is called the 5-star because it includes 5 schools, essentially everything you need for 5 schools. The 5 schools are the supplemental essays that are included in the 5 schools. So each and every single school has extra essays. Those extra essays are essentially why you want to attend the school. The school essays can vary from question to question, but the general concept remains the same. That's the 5-star package. The 7-star package is a slightly higher level of service because it's not only going to include the common application essay, which is your personal life story, 650 words, something I described and discussed in detail in the 5-star package, but it also includes the application and all extracurricular edits, which is again also included in the 5-star. But on top of that, you're going to do a resume, and instead of 5 supplemental essays, it's going to include 7 supplemental essays. On top of that, we're also adding in a website development. Now, some of you might go, well, what do we need a website for? The fact of the matter is more and more admissions officers are trying to fact check what students are actually writing in their resumes, in their extracurricular activities. If your child is a famous pianist, a ballroom dancer, a top tier tennis player, they want to fact check stuff, right? You can't just say my child did surgery in a major university hospital without actually having evidence to back this up. So this is where we start going into the social media, we start adding in websites, we start actually creating things that are kind of social proofing, right? If your child has a picture in a hospital with a fully gowned and they said that they were there when they were there, right? It creates more evidence as to what the actual admissions officers are going to believe and not going to believe. So the real difference between the 5-star and the 7-star is adding on 2 more schools, the website, and the resume development. The Infinity package. There is no service that is more intense and more comprehensive on the planet, and I can say that with absolute certainty. Essentially, what you're getting with the Infinity package is unlimited service. It is the ultimate catered, personalized plan to make sure that your child gets into their top choice school, period. You are meeting with me individually, virtually every single week for anywhere between 30 minutes or longer for that matter. We create a customized game plan on exactly why you should be applying to each and every single school, how you should be applying to each school, and what you need to be doing in order to get there. Then on top of that, we're going to cater extracurricular activities that are specifically geared towards your child and exactly what they need in order to get into their top tier school. You also have unlimited essay edits, unlimited supplemental help, unlimited virtually anything. We not only do the common application, we deal with the coalition app, we deal with the CUNY applications, we deal with SUNY applications, we deal with every little aspect of the thing. Everything you can possibly hope and dream of is within the Infinity package. But wait, there's more. Not only do we complete everything before the application even comes out, but the actual applications always come out at the end of July, beginning of August of the child's senior year, right before they're about to enter 12th grade. And what we do is we have something particularly special because all the applications are basically set, but you can't really apply, you can't really do anything, right? So the first day that the application comes out, we bring your child in who's already done all the essays, or virtually, whatever was out, all the applications, everything that could possibly be done. We bring them in for what we refer to as Hell Day. Why do we call it Hell Day? Because they come in at 8 o'clock in the morning and they do not leave until they are finished submitting their applications. In other words, they're going to literally come in with an application that's virtually all done, and they're going to nitpick at every little detail, making sure everything is perfect. That is Hell Day. You leave Hell Day, 10, 12 hours later with a headache, but with your applications fully complete and ready to be submitted. It's that simple. My goal for the Infinity is not only to finish way before school even starts, but to make the process so seamless and so clean and so straightforward that it'll almost feel like applying to college is enjoyable. That's really the goal here. And the idea here is to increase their chances not from 5% or 10% creating perfect essays, but to increase their chances 50%, 70%. We do networking events. We really guide the kids in every possible way. And that is the power of Infinity. Can you figure out the college process by yourself? The answer is yes. The real question doesn't become whether or not you can do it by yourself or you need a professional college advisor. The real answer comes down to how much time are you going to spend researching and developing and breaking down the entire process. You should spend an average of 500 to 1,000 hours coming up with a solid game plan for 15 schools. That's essentially how much research on average you should be doing to gain some understanding of exactly how you should be focusing in on that task. Now, if you split it up over the course of years, this is fine. This is very doable. If you're trying to do this in the course of 6 months, I don't really recommend it because there's too many moving pieces. So that being said, can you do it on your own? Absolutely. And if you want to do it on your own, I give away a ton of free content on our social media platforms. All you have to do is like and follow.